Everyone in the room looked confused.
My uncle stood up in disbelief.
My cousin muttered, "There must be a mistake," but the lawyer just cleared his throat and said, "No.
The will is final.
She left everything to her." And then he pointed to me. If you've ever been betrayed by people who smile in your face and stab you behind your back, buckle up. This isn't just a story about inheritance, it's about justice, karma, and a grandmother who planned the most brilliant revenge I've ever witnessed. Like, subscribe, and let's get into it.
Family isn't always family.
Sometimes, they are just people you share a bloodline with, who will turn on you the second it benefits them. For years, I took care of my grandmother.
Not out of duty. Not because someone made me. I did it because I loved her.
Every Saturday, I'd bring her groceries. I'd take her to appointments, fix her remote, trim her nails when arthritis made it hard.
She wasn't just my grandmother. She was my favorite person. Meanwhile,
my aunts, uncles, and cousins, her actual children, barely visited. Birthdays?
Missed. Mother's Day?
Forgotten. Christmas?
A quick phone call if she was lucky.
They only ever showed up when she was cooking something, or when they heard she might be updating her will.
I remember one day clearly. Grandma had just come back from the hospital.
I stayed up all night by her side, helping her breathe through the oxygen mask, making sure her medications were taken properly. The next morning, Uncle Ray showed up with his wife. They brought a cheap bouquet from the gas station and whispered to her, "You look so tired, Ma. Maybe you should start thinking about who's going to take care of your house, when you're gone."
I stood there, frozen. And Grandma? She just smiled politely. I knew what they were doing. Trying to manipulate her. Push her.
Secure their slice of the estate. And this wasn't just once. Over the months, I heard them talking behind my back.
She's just a grandchild.
What does she deserve? Bet she's only here so she can grab a few heirlooms later. They even said I was ungrateful because I told them once not to badger Grandma with inheritance questions when she was sick. Eventually, I was cut off from the family group chat.
No more dinner invites. No updates. Nothing.
Until I got a text from a mutual cousin. "Hey, just so you know, they had the will reading today. They didn't invite you." I was stunned.
After everything? They didn't even invite me to the will reading? I wasn't even considered family anymore?
I drove to Grandma's house, half expecting her to still be there, sipping tea in her rocking chair.
But the silence hit me like a wall. She was gone. And my heart broke. But what came next?
That changed everything. 2 days later, I got a call from a law office I didn't recognize. "Hi, is this my name? I'm calling on behalf of your late grandmother. You were named as the primary beneficiary in her estate. The family has already come in, but you weren't listed on their version of the will. Could you come in?"
Wait. Their version of the will?
That's when it hit me. They faked it.
They made their own version.
Probably an outdated one, or one where they conveniently left me out.
But what they didn't know was that Grandma knew exactly who she was dealing with. I showed up at the lawyer's office the next day. When I walked in, I saw all of them. My uncles. My aunt.
They're smug, greedy, whispering kids.
Their faces dropped when they saw me. Uncle Ray's voice sharpened immediately.
"Why is she here? This doesn't concern her." The lawyer raised his eyebrows. "Actually, it concerns her quite a lot. Please, have a seat."
Then he pulled out a brown envelope, opened it slowly, and said,
"This is the only legal version of your mother's will. It was signed in front of 2 witnesses, notarized, and..."
He pulled out a USB stick. "Your mother also recorded a video message. She wanted it played, now."
Everyone froze.
There she was, on screen.
Frail, but smiling with her usual fire behind the eyes. If you're watching this,
I'm probably gone. And you're probably all scrambling like vultures.
Well, let's clear things up. To my children, Ray, Susan, and Alan, I know you only came around when you thought there was something to gain.
You never visited when I was lonely. You never called unless it was convenient.
But there was one person who showed up, every time.
She paused, and smiled. My granddaughter.
She was my nurse, my companion, and my true family in the end. So to her, I leave everything.
The house. The savings. The jewelry. All of it.
If that upsets you, good. Maybe it'll teach you that love isn't measured in blood, it's measured in presence.
She ended with, Don't fight this.
You already lost the moment you stopped acting like family.
The silence in the room? Glorious. Uncle Ray looked like he'd swallowed a battery.
My aunt gasped. This must be a joke.
My cousin? She started crying. The lawyer looked at them calmly.
You're welcome to contest the will. But I should warn you, your mother left detailed logs, recordings, and time-stamped notes. She was quite meticulous.
They stormed out.
But I just sat there, tears running down my cheeks.
Not because of the money. Because Grandma saw me. She knew the truth. And she made sure the world did too.
Sometimes, the quietest people are watching the loudest ones betray them, and planning the most beautiful revenge in silence.
Family isn't who shares your name. It's who shows up when no one else does.
If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and comment below. What would you have done if your family tried to cut you out? And don't forget to subscribe for more real-life revenge stories that prove one thing over and over again.